Good. Hi, everyone. So this fall I was in Mr. Howard's Narratives of the American West, and we read Brokeback Mountain, and it inspired me to write a narrative of my own, and it's called The Fall of the Sparrow. The girl sits coyly reading Brokeback Mountain, enclosed by a cloud of bodies that stare past her brown eyes as if she were just a mist. Outside, black sparrows litter the ground, searching for a dead carcass, nibbling on beetles and rocks. If you were brushing against death, you would be scavenging for sustenance too. The girl closes the book and looks out to the sky, hoping for some sort of warm color. Yet, there is nothing, just gray. You sit on your mountain and call it your kingdom. It's your paradise, and you think you thrive there. Across the mountain range, you see brown bears muddling across the open fields. You hear the black sparrows chirping at the bees, asking them to pollinate the growing Indian paintbrush. To the side, sheep make sharp vibratos, which urge you to herd them in and direct them to the north. The sun warms the air around you and infuses the sky with bright orange and blue, a watercolor painting made real. He's there. Brown hair, skin so touched by the skin it glows, and thick, penetrating blue eyes. Shielding your eyes from the sun, you try to make small talk as you shrug and say, "It's best we get on now." Then you both ride out with your parade of sheep across the foggy mountain. It's time. In a small dorm in New England, a young girl sat with her brows furrowed and her tongue placed between her teeth as she wrote out another assignment. It was only second day, so some part of this new place kept her from calling it home. However, outside, a warm summer sun burned through the haze, and she felt as if she were approaching a distant dream. The dorm was small, a tiny wooden desk, an uncomfortable twin bed, a plain dresser, and a white square fan that kept her cool in the stuffy dorm. Her doors held a sign where former students had written hookup numbers, and one student had inscribed "Screw me" with a bright red Sharpie. Next door, two girls chattered, and guys laughed in the distance. Somehow, she felt pulled towards another room, where two girls and three guys sat on two twin bunks in the tile floor. He was there, a tall, lean boy with blonde hair and blue eyes, and wearing a white V-neck t-shirt. Looking up, he saw her and beckoned, yelling out her name and waving his arms in the air. Perhaps she could take this chance. Perhaps his blue eyes would give her what they had promised. Perhaps. There's a rush within the small tent. Around it, the wind blows harshly. Near the tent, black sparrows hop from place to place as they scavenge for food. You play with your emotions. Do you enter, or stay outside shivering? Yet, in this unequivocal perfection, you silence that little buzzing in your head, saying perhaps not. Yes! It's nearly midnight. You approach the tent. He's there. As you enter the tent, the warmth surrounds you and your shivering suddenly ceases. There's a rush. A rush. As she closed her eyes, she sensed him. They walked across a large bridge, he a few steps ahead of her. In between her fingers, she held a cigarette, and he held a joint, which sent sharp, evergreen poofs into the air. A rush. Looking out at the giant ocean from the bridge, she threw her hands up and her head back to look at the bright blue sky and warming, burning sun. Laughing softly, he slowly came behind her as she watched a black sparrow burrowing in its nest in the small metal crevice in the bridge. Small twigs and bits fell down, but the sparrow continued to tuck small tufts of styrofoam into its nest. The water rushed by, and she felt lifted, a kind of freedom she had never felt before. It's time. The summer is over. It's time for you to descend the mountain. Walking down, you notice some extra sheep have added themselves. Some are missing. You feel the change, like somehow your face is brighter, eyes keener. He's there. You climb into your white pickup and try to remember how the brakes and accelerator work. With a groan to the engine, you drive away, and sharp pains thump into your side like a middle school boy's drum solo in a school concert. In your rear window, he's there, but you go farther and suddenly he is gone. Your neck tightens like you can't breathe. Your sternum contracts, and getting out of the car, you have to double over. Damn it, he's gone. In a quick rush, the airplane descends. Unexpected, short panic attacks hit her like gunshots. Her neck contracted, and she lifted her head and felt her insides slowly grating against each other, her internal chaos. He was gone. Damn it, he was gone. Now, she sits in a small white desk looking at her phone. No answer. Is he there? What had happened? There's nothing. A board hangs on the orange wall that holds a picture of them in Boston, the day he told her she needed to come to him in Indiana. He's there. He must still be there. In your trailer, you set up the shirts. You hold on to that postcard of Brokeback. He's there. You can feel it. He must still be there. When reality leaves, perhaps it's best that we hold on to our Brokeback dreams. Thank you.